Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Wine, Tea, and Paper, and I am Shannon. Today I'm gonna go over the books that I read in December. I finished 2 books in December, and to be honest, I think that is pretty great considering how many breaks I went on. I'm not gonna go into stats this month because I only read the 2 books, but I'm just gonna go right into the 2 books that I did read. For December, I read Daisy Has Autism by Erin Wright. This was a book, it was nonfiction. I intended to read during November for Nonfiction November. I started it in November and I didn't finish it until December. This book is about a couple who have a child and then they are pregnant with their other child, and while they are pregnant they get a dog, and their dog's name is Daisy, and Daisy is different than other dogs, and Daisy in fact does have autism, and their dog's autism helps them understand their daughter's autism, and it's a very touching and sad and informative story because of the issues that they go through the school system trying to get the proper education for their child. And it really makes you angry about how schools treat children with special education needs and the fact that they try to jump through hoops to prevent children from getting the education and the help that they need. And I was very moved by this story. I was very touched by this story. I gave Daisy Has Autism 4 stars. Daisy Has Autism didn't get 5 stars from me because it took me a while to read it. A 5-star read for me is a book that I can't stop reading, I can't stop thinking about, and that it kind of just consumes me, and that I want to talk about it to everybody. I want everyone to read it so that they can talk to me about it. Daisy Has Autism was a great book. I really enjoyed the people that are talked about in this book. It really moved me and made me think about the education system and how special needs kids do or don't get the care that they need and deserve. And it kind of fired me up, and I really liked it, and I do think people need to read it. And that is a 4-star read for me. A 4-star read for me is that I do think people need to read it. I really enjoyed it, and I am thinking about it afterward, but not as much as a 5-star read would make me think about a book. I'm going to go into detail about my star ratings in another video, just because I think everyone's star ratings differ, and I want to keep you guys on the same page with how I am rating my reads. So I'll do that in a separate video. The second book that I read in December, the second book I read in December was the Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I loved this book. This book is definitely a 5-star read for me. First, I didn't read this book, I listened to it on Scribed. Again, I'll leave the link in the description if you guys are interested in getting your 2 months free on Scribed. But the Starless Sea was exactly what I was picturing, and completely not what I was picturing. I read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern a while ago, and I thought it was just so magical, and I couldn't get The Night Circus out of my head, and like the atmosphere that came with the book, it makes you want to be there, to be at the Night Circus, to be part of that. And that is the same feeling that I got from the Starless Sea. It was stories within stories. It was a story about a story with other stories inside of it. And then there's a bigger story that we don't really get. And I thought that was so cool. Like, it was a little bit confusing at first, but it was very helpful the way the audiobook was laid out, because it told you when it was a different story, and the way that, so I'm sure that in the physical book it's the same way, but It was just very, very well done. The characters were amazing. Like, I wanted to know these characters more. And I don't want to give a lot of what the story was about away, because I think this is a book that you need to read and find out for yourself. But it was very magical, and it made me want to take like the entrance exam that Ezra took, and it just, I wanted to see what I would be. I wanted to see if when I rolled the dice, if I would get bees or swords or keys or hearts. I wanted to know, and I'm sure that is what's happening to a lot of people that read this book or listened to this book. You want to know what you would be, where you would fit in the story. And then I also want to know more about these like side stories and the side characters that were still really important. And there's like a lot going on, and I could not get enough of it. Like, I would go back and start listening to it again today. I would start on page 1 today. I would go buy the book and I would start reading it again today. I think about the Starless Sea all the time. I think about the atmosphere. I think about the magic. I think about the characters. And that right there, like I was just talking about, that is the definition of a 5-star read for me. I can't stop thinking about it. And that's a great thing. And I don't think there'll be a sequel, but I hope in my heart that there will be something else connected to the Starless Sea, because that can't be it. Like, that really just can't be the end. But if it is the end, I guess that's fine. I mean, I just wish there was more, but can't really argue with the author, you know. Those were the 2 books that I read in December. This kind of feels like a short video. That's okay. I'll just talk to you guys a little bit about what else happened in December. I did Vlogmas, and you can see my videos. I'll link the playlist up here in the cards. I did not get through 24 days of Vlogmas. I actually got through 19 days of Vlogmas. I was going to do a video. I was going to do 2 more videos. One was going to be when I went to Baltimore for a work party, but I was going to have to get permission from people to have them on my YouTube, and I just didn't want to do that. And then I was going to do a Christmas Eve Christmas video, but I didn't actually have a lot of footage because I was too busy like actually enjoying the moments with my family. So that's why I ended on 19 videos instead of possibly doing 21, or even going that far as to do 24. Sometimes I put my weekends together, so I guess, I mean, I did the best that I could. Vlogging is something that I didn't plan on doing on this channel, and that I got to explore a couple different things and topics with you guys. And moving forward, I'm going to continue to do the vlogs just in a weekly format instead of a daily format. So for today's question, I want to know how many books you read in December. I also want to know if you participated in Vlogmas or if you watched anybody else's Vlogmas videos. I would love to know what other vlogs you watch so I can take a look too. So go ahead and let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, go ahead and hit subscribe, or check out the links in my description box, and you can find me on my other social media channels. That's all that I have for today, and I will see you guys in the next one.